Hey, what's up guys? So I'm back with another spawn tube tutorial, this time for the map Miami. Now, based off of all the comments from the raid tutorial, even the Pines tutorial, it seemed like a majority of you wanted to see Miami as the next map. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be honest, I'm not that thrilled to be doing this map for the next tutorial because this is probably my least favorite map in this game. Not even just for tubing, but in general, as a whole. But of course, it is still tubable like the rest, so I'm going to be showing you guys the spots that I typically use when I end up playing on this map, which adds up to 4 in total. But there is 5 that I'm going to show you. There's one spot that I know of that I know nobody uses, so I'll show that to you when we get to it. But yeah, with all that said, let's just jump right into the video. So again, I'll be showing you guys 5 spots in total. So that'll be 2 for the attacking side, which covers 2 different routes that the defenders would normally take. Then I'll be showing you 3 for the defending side, which will cover 3 different routes that the attackers would possibly take. So, starting off on the attacking side, this first spot will be how to tube the defenders that run straight forward at the start of the round, running down the street headed towards the center of the map. So for this spot, what you're going to do is you're going to look up all the way towards this crater, this big crater that's within this ginormous cloud right here. This looks like a Pac-Man ghost in a way. And then you have this little hole right here that's just to the left of it. And then you're going to also notice that there's this white line that splits both of these holes in the cloud. Right there in the center. You're going to want to look just to the right of that white line. So right about there is where you want to be looking. And from here, you're just going to do a normal jump shot. So again, once you have this lined up, you're just going to jump and then shoot your tube. Like so.
Good job, CIA. Keep that up or we get to go home.
And if done correctly, the tube lands right around there, just right in between the sidewalk and the street itself. So if anyone is running down the center like that, then you should be able to get a kill or 2 off the bat. And for the second spot on the attacking side, this will be how to tube the defenders that run directly to the right off the start of the round and are running through the back alley by where the B bomb is. So this spot works really well as a secondary spot. So basically, after shooting the first tube from the previous spot that I just showed you, as you're reloading, you're going to come back here and stand right next to this big tree right here. And then you're going to look forward towards this palm tree in front of you. And you're going to look up until your sight is lined up with this little opening that's just to the left of the top of the wooden part of the tree. So right here, this little gap right in between all these leaves is where you want to be looking. And from here, you're just going to shoot your tube. Normally, you don't have to do any jumping or anything like that once you have that lined up. So again, if you have a second tube after shooting the first tube, stand next to this tree, look towards this tree in front of you, and look up towards this little small gap in the leaves right here. Just like that.
Pulled ahead.
And if done correctly, the tube lands right there just next to those dumpsters. So again, if the defenders run directly to their right off the spawn, then the tube will land right there, hopefully catching anyone that's running in that direction towards that side of the map. Switching over to the defending side now, this first spot will be how to tube the attackers that grab the bomb and run down the middle of the street on their side, headed towards the B bomb site. And from here, what you're going to do is, you're going to look all the way up towards this small, thin, slanted cloud that's just above the corner of the Evermore building in front of you. So this cloud right here, you're going to look all the way just underneath where the point of that cloud ends on the bottom of it. So right about here is where that cloud ends, and it's also where you want to be looking with your sight. From here, you can do this two ways. You can shoot it normally, which will have the tube land more on the street next to the cars. You can also jump shoot it, which will actually land right by where the ramp is that connects to the pier, closer to the water. So depending on how you want to shoot this tube, as long as you have this lined up, you can get the tube to land in either one of those two spots. But I'm just going to show you what it looks like if you don't jump and shoot, like so.
We've pulled ahead.
So if you shoot it normally with that lineup, then it lands right there. If you do a jump shot, then it'll land closer towards the ramp that's right over there that connects to the pier by where the boats are. So depending on how you want to shoot that tube, you can do it either one of those two ways, and it'll land in either one of these two spots right here. Moving on to defending spot number 2, this will be how to tube the attackers that run towards that yellow car and up that ramp and are headed towards the center of the map. So this spot works really well as a secondary spot. So basically after shooting the first tube from the previous spot that I just showed you, as you're reloading, you're going to come over to the hood of this car right here. You're going to look towards this palm tree right here in front of you further down. And then you're going to look all the way up, and you're going to notice that there's another one of these thin slanted clouds right here. You're going to look right at the point of where it ends, where it fades out, which is right about there. And you want to make sure that's vertically aligned with this palm tree that's further down right here. So again, run right in front of the hood of this car. Look towards this tree, and then look all the way up until your sight is lined up with the very end point of this thin cloud right there. And from here, you're just going to do a normal shot, so you just shoot it right away once you have this lined up, like so.
We're taking control.
And if done correctly, the tube lands right there in between the glass ceiling and onto that ramp. So it's a great way to get anyone that run towards that head glitch spot that looks down towards mid. So yeah. And finally, for the third spot on the defending side, this will be how to tube the attackers that run through the back side of the hotel towards the poolside area. So for this spot, what you're going to do is you're going to run all the way up to this car, stand right behind the middle of it, right behind the license plate, and then you're going to look all the way up towards this little cloud right here. You're going to look just directly to the right of it. Right there in the middle and just to the right. So right about there is where you want to line up your shot. And from here, you're going to do one of those shots where you have to jump and shoot at the exact same time. So this will give it enough distance to clear the hotel building that's all the way down over there. So again, at the start of the round, run up to the back of the middle of this car. And then look up towards this cloud and look directly to the right of it. So right there. And again, from here, you're going to jump and shoot at the exact same time. Like so.
Taking the lead.
And if done correctly, the tube lands right there, again catching any of the attackers that run along the back side of the hotel, either through the back over here or through both of the entranceways right through here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you found this tutorial helpful in some way. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more tutorials just like this and other content for spawn tubing in Call of Duty, then consider subscribing to the channel as well if you haven't already. Now I know this map isn't exactly everyone's favorite. I know it's definitely not my favorite, like I said before. So I don't expect, consistent kills when it comes to playing on this map if you use any of the spots that I just showed you. But again, I hope this video served its purpose by giving you an idea of how you would tube if you do end up playing on this map if you didn't already know how to. So that brings me to my next point, which is the next map. I'm going to again leave that up to you guys in the comments, so you guys can decide what map you guys would like to see next. So there's 3 maps that I still have yet to do a tutorial for, so that being Moscow, Satellite, and Nuketown. Out of those 3, which one would you like to see next? Let me know in the comments below. And also feel free to follow me on my social medias. Links to all of those will be in the description. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.
We're taking control.
Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice.